Hey guys, so if you tuned into my stream earlier, it didn't exactly go as planned. This one cuts deep and it cuts close. You know, Charlie Kirk is always somebody that I've looked up to personally. And you know, being roughly the same age, I'm 1 year older than he is, becoming a father around the same time as him. I just couldn't do it on the live stream. But I've had time to take some deep breaths and pace around my hallway and just kind of collect myself here. And now it's time to channel some of these emotions and some of this energy. For those of you guys who aren't aware, Charlie Kirk was just shot in the neck during one of his Change My Mind or Prove Me Wrong events at the Utah Valley University. Somebody allegedly from a higher vantage point at the back of the venue shot directly at Charlie as he was speaking. It seems to be a high caliber weapon, and it made contact with his neck. I mean, the close-up videos are horrifying, sickening. I really wouldn't recommend that you go see them. Well, guys, I report this with a heavy heart. Devastatingly now confirmed. Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, dead at 31 after shooting at Utah event. 3 officials now confirm. I'm stitching this into the video because I actually recorded this before the news was confirmed. It's absolutely devastating, folks. My heart is breaking. His poor family, my condolences to all of his loved ones. But now is not the time to run and hide. It's not the time to cower. It's time to speak the truth. We don't know who actually shot Charlie, but there is something we do know. And it's the exact same thing that I have been warning for years. Political violence, specifically left-wing political violence, is festering, folks. It is metastasizing and being normalized under the Democrat Party umbrella. You can go on Reddit right now. You can go on Blue Sky. Go on X. Go on TikTok, and you will see it.
Breaking news, Charlie Kirk was in the neck.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people. So on behalf of everybody else, I got this shit.
Charlie Kirk just got shot. Oh, well, breaking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the Fantafast's favorite 5-mile-wide mouthpieces, Charles Chuckle Kirk.
Thousands of people laughing, celebrating, cheering for an assassination attempt on a man whose only crime was speaking his mind in a free society. That is the left today. That is the culture that they have built. Put very simply, the Democrat Party is becoming a party of killers. How many times do we have to see it? How many more shootings? How many more attacks? How many more lone wolves being radicalized in their circles before people finally start admitting the truth? I mean, this comes right after the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. Not to mention the second assassination attempt on President Trump's golf course. And it doesn't even end there. Steve Scalise was shot on a baseball field. Brett Kavanaugh nearly murdered in his home. A Patriot Prayer member executed on the streets in Portland by that Antifa radical, Michael Raynol. It's case after case after case after case. And it's all downstream from the same pipeline, the same rhetoric, the same poison, and now once again it's culminated in horrific violence. And you know, you open the TV, you watch the news, you pay attention on social media, we got these leftists and media talking heads pretending to be shocked. But if you are still surprised by this, you are not paying attention. In a weird, cynical, twisted way, this is one of the least surprising things that has happened this year. This is what the left has been conditioning their people to do. Just go look at their memes, go look at their discourse, go look at their activism. It's wall-to-wall psychotic bloodlust, dressed up as justice or as jokes. We covered this recently, how left-wing memes just seem to be glorifications or outright calls to violence. What's been normalized in left-wing circles is to advocate for violence against people that you simply disagree with. And you know, let's put it into perspective. Charlie Kirk is no radical. He's no extremist. He's a normal, patriotic American simply engaging freely in American democracy and free expression. I mean, just take a look at the scene before the event transpired. He's a wholesome political figure. But of course, he's also somebody who's built platforms, who's mobilized people, who's changed people's minds, who's worked tirelessly to get Republican candidates elected. And that right there, that is why they shot him. Not because he's a threat to democracy. He's not an existential threat to anybody. No, they shot him because he stands in their way. Don't ever get that twisted. Just like President Trump, he is effective. And the left clearly cannot compete in open debate, in a free speech society, in democracy, despite them constantly invoking the word itself, and so they escalate. It started off with censorship, with deplatforming. We can't win, so let's remove these people from social media. Let's control the online flow of information. Then it was, let's start arresting our political opponents. And now finally, it's culminating in bullets. They lose the argument, they lose elections, and their reaction is violence. I'm so sick, I am so sick to my stomach. It's time for the left, it's time for the Democrat Party to have a moment of reckoning. A serious moment of reckoning and introspection. You know, I'm scrolling social media and I'm seeing some leftist figures releasing generic PR-style posts. They're praying for Charlie Kirk. There's no room for political violence. But these are the same politicians who push the exact rhetoric that conservatives are fascists, that Donald Trump is Hitler, that there's a trans genocide, that tax cuts or government efficiency programs are white supremacy or constitutional crises, fantasy existential threats. And well, eventually, if you engage in that kind of ridiculous, out of control, out of touch with reality rhetoric, eventually some lunatic is going to be radicalized. In a way, the blood is on their hands. And now the blood is fresh and they hit us with these bland, empty, vapid condemnations, as if they aren't the ones who stoked the damn fire in the first place. And actually, look what just popped up on my timeline as I'm recording this. People all over the internet are starting to gather the receipts. Look at this tweet from Destiny, Mr. Steve Bannell II, the omni-liberal. He posted this on X, quote, "Who's gonna do it?" And then post a photo of Charlie Kirk. The implication here is clear now, isn't it? How many times have we seen those exact words in reference to conservatives, to Donald Trump, to all kinds of right-wing thought leaders? Who's gonna do it? All these people do is celebrate, glorify, and call for violence. Burning. And one of the most shocking ironies is during the moment that Charlie Kirk was shot, he was actually answering a question about rampant left-wing violence in America. I'm going to show you guys that context. We'll play that clip. Obviously, I'm not going to play the violent moment, but just to continue adding context here.
This decision, yes, is that fair to say? All right, great. So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
Okay. It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
They were talking about widespread left-wing violence as he was shot. And actually, here's another one. This just popped up on my timeline. Here's Charlie Kirk tweeting on the 7th of April, 2025. Assassination culture is spreading on the left. 48% of liberals say that it would be at least somewhat justified to murder Elon Musk. 55% said the same thing about Donald Trump. In California, activists are naming ballot measures after Luigi Mangione. The left is being whipped into a frenzy. Any setback, whether losing an election or losing a court case, justifies a maximally violent response. And just think about that label. Left-wing assassination culture. That is where we are today. And I don't know what these endless rants are ever going to change. I've been saying the same thing for 6 freaking years. It's time for the left to start doing the same. It's time you people start prioritizing doing the right thing instead of whatever is politically expedient in the short term. The reality is they don't want to deal with the monster they've created because if they acknowledge it, it would be politically detrimental. And so instead they kick the can down the road, they pretend it's not happening. The left at large, and it's not just the Democrat Party, the left across the Western world, needs a serious moment of reckoning. It's time to wake up. Anyways, that's it. That's the video.